Good afternoon. It's just about afternoon to you all, and in particular to his mother, grandmother, father, stepfather, and all the members of the family on this occasion. I got to tell you a little story. I was trying to figure out, because I know most people in Foxville, but for a moment there I was trying to figure out who is Alex Dean Daxon. And then, lo and behold, it turns out to be Teeny. Anyway, now I know. But I'm very happy, Pastor Nixon, that she set the pace for these remarks, because these are really sad occasions, and there's no answer to any of the questions we have about why this is happening. Whatever is happening is long in coming, and will probably be difficult to resolve and solve. But Maya Angelou used to always say, when you look back, think about the happy things and the happy times as a way of trying to ease the pain of grief. And the late Monsignor Preston Moss, who used to be the rector at St. Anselm's, used to always say at the end of a service, take time to grieve. You're not a machine, you're a human being. And you have human feelings, and it takes time to resolve these issues. What we must also, though, pray for is justice. Yes. There must be justice. Yes. And we must never end seeking justice, because at the end of the day, that is one of the ways to ease the pain. It was back in 1997 that the late George Mackey took me to Gray's Terrace and introduced me first to Joe and then to Sharon. And since that time, I've developed a relationship with that community. And it is a community. At the time when I first went there in '97, it stopped where Carlos Lamb's place is at the top of the hill. And then you had the Burnsides, Mosses, and then the Sharon and Joe's family. And the gathering place was then, and still is, under the tree. As I was passing by, I saw under the tree is being prepared for after the service. So the gathering spot will again be there. And I mention that because in all things, community is important. Yes. And this is what makes us stronger, when a community is able to come together to celebrate and to mark the good times and the bad times. We are stronger together, and we ought to strive in all things to be together and to mark all important occasions. I read somewhere, someone was asking, when you celebrate an event, why do you actually celebrate it? And he said, the reason I celebrate it is because I always think that when I do this, this will be the last time. And so I act wherever I go, whatever I say, whenever I speak. I say, this may be the last time that I'll be with you. And I want you to know, on occasions like this, that I invest heavily in making sure that this community is successful, and do all that I can to support it. And we are just in the midst of, I was just saying to Carlos when I came in, that we are just in the midst of planning what I want to call, you may want to call it something else, Gray's Terrace Day, where the whole community will support it, but the whole community will get together to celebrate all the people and families who live through that area and mark them being a part of the Foxville community. Of course, it'll be up to you. As I said, it used to stop where Carlos Lamb's place, but now you've got homes which go beyond that, and I'm sure they'd be welcome. But that's what I have in my mind, because I'm a great believer in community. And one last thought. I thought to myself, before I go, or before you ask me to leave, I am hoping that I could gather everybody one day, one Saturday, there'll be plenty of notice, on the St. Augustine's field. And I would like to invite everybody who considers themselves a Foxvillian to gather on the field that day and take a picture on that day of everybody who considers themselves a Fox Hillian. We'll get a drone, put it up high in the air so we can get everybody who's there. So that's my plan. Please stand by for more information on that, because I think it will be important. This is still one of the communities that has a distinct identity in the island of New Providence. And we want to do everything we can to preserve and protect that identity. And so it's only left for me on this occasion to say, once again, to parents, grandparents, step-parents, mother, father, to his children, my sincere condolences on what is a sad event. But let us also say, as I said before, remember all the good times that happened. Smile, because he lived amongst us. May he rest in peace, and may God bless you all.
Amen.